Hi, welcome to the Career Refresh Podcast. I'm your host, Jill Griffin. I'm a former media and marketing executive turned career strategist and executive coach. I spent my career working my way up and through the ranks of global organizations and startups, and today I show others how to do the same. Join me each week as we discuss the strategies and actionable steps to leverage your strengths, increase your confidence, and develop your career well-being. Ready? Let's do it. Hey there, welcome back to the podcast. Before I jump into this week's episode, I just wanted to mention a new opportunity that I have recently put out there, and it's called a Strengths and Strategy session. And people are really booking them up, which is this a two-part session where we're understanding your unique talents. We are understanding how you want to show up in any scenario based on who you are, what you do, the clarity, the focus. It's using this information to create a narrative, whether it's for networking, in your day-to-day conversations, and knowing when to raise your hand, how you're working with clients and peers. It's getting clear on the intersectionality of your strengths and your unique talents, and how do all of those show up that makes you unique, and how do you want to lean in? Check out the details in the show notes, but I look forward to helping you gain clarity and strategizing what's new, what's now, what's next to you, and to create those narratives. All right, now on to today's show. I want to talk about effort versus progress, because they're completely different and they are most definitely not interchangeable. How often do you connect with colleagues and if you say to them, like, how's it going? They say things like, oh, there's so much going on. We are so busy right now. Oh, the days are crazy. They're so busy. And I wonder if the answer you're getting is focused on the effort someone's making or the actual progress that they're making. So many of us throw around effort and the obvious wins, even though it's not getting us anywhere. We give a lot of effort, but we don't make progress. And we're telling ourselves and others that we've been working really hard. And you are, but it's about busyness versus progress. Effort is good. Efforts can move things forward. But you want to watch where you're giving yourself credit for all the effort you're taking, especially if you're not getting the results that you want. Effectiveness and success are about progress. Output and outcome are not the same things. Output is effort. Being busy doesn't result in creating results or outcomes. Results can be measured in terms of performance, and I may be able to see or experience the outcome depending on what the actual goal is. So when you think about the difference between output and outcome, put it through the terms of your job performance. Output is getting it done. Outcome is the value and the experience you create for your client or your organization. Another way I hear people talk about effort or output is that they are consuming and learning a ton and they're getting ready. And we think we need more information, so we study up and we take lots of notes. And we consume a lot of data and content, but we don't make progress or test our knowledge. We don't get into launch mode. It's not like that movie Failure to Launch, right? We don't get our information or what it is that we're creating out there to create an outcome. We don't create change, and we've fallen into this information gap. We don't need to take more notes. We need to take more action. And that may mean messing up and failing, but at least getting new data about what works, what doesn't work, and what you want to try the next time helps you create progress. It's been said if you want to be a great player, you actually have to play. Dr. Tim Elmore refers to this as artificial maturity. While his best-selling book by the same name is based on parents, teachers, and educating children, his point spans all ages. Dr. Elmore believes that children today are overexposed to information at a very early age, and this is more now than ever. Paradoxically, they are underexposed to meaningful relationships and real life experiences. And yes, there is some impact from COVID, but even before that, when we're not having meaningful relationships and real life experiences, we need those experiences to create true maturity. Too often, parents and teachers mistake a child's superficial knowledge for maturity. And I know we've all experienced that precocious child who kind of falls into this definition. They're so overexposed to information and underexposed to actually having experience. And when you challenge them or ask them a question, they tend to have an aggressive meltdown. And when you apply this to adults, the barrier to creating change too often is too much info, not enough consistent practice, and also a lot of meltdowns. Because we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to be challenged. We're afraid to be wrong. We're afraid to not look good. And when we failed at school, it was usually resulted in big ramifications. But in life, it's different. When I think about the failures I have, and I think I failed a lot, but my wins are huge because I looked at my failures. And the idea of failing a lot and saying it publicly on a podcast, I don't care. Come at me, bro, right? I am out there creating, I'm putting value into the world, and I'm moving past my failures. To me, moving past the failure is about looking at pushing past that effort and pushing towards progress and outcomes. And it's really just about learning, okay, that's one less way it's going to work. I wear failure like a loose garment. Every time I don't create the results I want, I consider it a failure. And again, it's no big deal. Because I've adopted a mindset of, okay, well, if that doesn't work, what do I want to try next? Versus making it mean that there's something wrong with me. And this is what stops us from making progress because we put in effort and we're in the busy, but it's sort of almost comfortable. Even though we're tired, it's kind of comfortable because we're not pushing forward to make that actual progress. So for any of my managers or leaderships out there, look, effort is the first swag at the evaluation. It's seeing where the team is showing up and where their time is getting sucked up and, where you may need to reallocate resources. Fine, look at the effort. But don't allow effort to blur the needed focus on progress and outcomes. I find that reviewing objectives, strategy, key results, your standard OKRs, and reverse engineering them against your goal helps you build a team with a clear path to creating progress and results. And if you need help, call me. All right, my friends, I appreciate you so much. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for listening to the Career Refresh podcast. If you're enjoying this and you want more information, go to my website, jillgriffincoaching.com. There you can find information on how to work with me one-on-one or my group programs, or even bring me into your workplace. I'll put the link to my website in the show notes. But hey, listen, before you go, do me a favor, rate and review this podcast because it definitely helps me get the word out to people everywhere so that they can also thrive in the workplace. All right, friends, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.